Just mute the TV. Are we live? Mm-hmm. You're not playing nothing? Let's wait for some people. Hey, Monica. Hey, Reese Cup. Come from over there. Come from over there. So nothing over there belongs to you. Going over there. Over there, yeah. So that's the same. Hey, blogs. I don't care if you tell him. Hey, Monica. Hey, Reese Cup. Okay. Play this intro for y'all. All right, y'all. All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Ooh, child. The light's beaming off my glasses. Why am I so dark? Because you have all the light on here. I don't have all the light on here. Every light. I'm like, I look like I'm black. Child, that means you just look. That's better. That's better. I mean, it's going to get as good as it's going to get. Because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't do my job the right way. Then that one needs to be on you. No. I don't know what's going on tonight. The lighting is just something off for whatever reason. Yeah. Well, we don't usually come on at night. Now you move that and I'm darker again. And this one is directly on me. It's not making sense. You can't do it that way. It's putting a glare right there. Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties because I wasn't paying attention. Well, it's fine on the screen. That screen, it looks dark. Here, it looks decent. Hey, Ashley. Your child, like, we ain't paid our light bill. Ashley. Child, it's hot in here. Oh, okay. It looks okay. Thank you, Ashley, for the anniversary gift. We appreciate it and we love it. Yeah. And you didn't even know because if you see in front of Tremel, we had a gold one. And I kept insisting that I get one. We already had somebody else had brought us this a long time ago. I think for
The Love Kingz got this
but I forgot what I think for our anniversary last year.
No, they just bought it. They went in our Amazon wish list and just bought it.
And sent it to us. So when you sent the silver one, I was like, yes, Ashley, listen to me.
And that's his favorite. Like
I wanted a silver one and he refused. We have a gold one. We need another gold because y'all know we like gold and I like silver. Yeah. But you sent the silver one. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. He was happy.
Because it's mine.
Ours.
Mine. Hey, in Q's world. Go about your business. Because for real, you was just laying down asleep. Now all of a sudden you want all this attention for no reason.
He just want attention. He's an attention whore. Would you go somewhere? Why don't you chill out? Why don't you go in and sit down?
Anyway, welcome to Q&A with the Kings.
Yes, welcome.
Luckily, y'all don't see what I see looking at the computer screen. We're lit up and bright because what I see is pissing me off every time I look at the computer.
Are we bright enough?
Yeah.
I see you bright. You're pretty much bright.
You're bright enough. Hey, Medina.
Y'all, this cup is amazing.
Hey, Medina. All right. So, y'all know Thursdays is Q&A with the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of questions.
Let's see what somebody going to say tonight. I'm waiting for this.
We have a lot of
questions. It's been a long time since we did Q&A.
Yeah, because we didn't do it last week.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get to the questions. I got to get to the questions. Oh, give me a second, y'all.
Y'all be sending us some questions. Some doozies.
Okay. So, our first question tonight is, what do you guys think about living with a heterosexual ex who is a male and dating a bi-lesbian? And yes, it's my situation. So if you need clarity, let me know. Help me. Well, that just depends. I mean,
that's an interesting mix. But that's too much of a mix for me.
I don't have a problem if you trust both of them. And if you trust both of them, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if you don't, if the ex thinks that at some point he can get both of y'all at the same time, he's gonna try. He's gonna try to get both of y'all at the same time.
What do you think about open relationships?
I mean, an open relationship for me is a waste of time. Because for that, I might as well stay single and continue to do what I'm doing. I'm not going to trust rules. I'm not going to trust, first of all, the mere fact that you call me and tell me you're not coming home or you're going somewhere, it's going to piss me off because I'm automatically assuming you're with somebody else. I'm not built like that. Hey, Tracy, I'm not built like that. I don't have that. I'm not built like that. I can't
I'm not built like
sit
that.
and know that the person I'm with and say I love is having sex with somebody else.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, somebody getting beat in the face.
But I think as long as you trust both of them, I don't see where that would be a problem.
Yeah,
now, if you having sex with both of them, that's a problem.
Well, I mean, it
depends. I mean, it depends on what
you can emotionally handle.
No, it depends on what the girlfriend think they are. Does she think they're exclusive? Or does she know that, there may be another person on the side?
Obviously not. They living together, ain't they?
Well, she's living with the ex. Hey, Roxanne.
She's living with the ex who's heterosexual. He got a girlfriend.
The ex was her ex-boyfriend.
Right.
But now she got a girlfriend.
Now
the girlfriend is bi.
The girlfriend live with them?
No, the girlfriend don't live there, but the girlfriend comes and visits.
So what's she saying? She's in a relationship still with her ex? Or
right. She's
smashing with him. What?
She didn't give that whole. And I'm saying she because, well, if you're saying you were a lesbian, then clearly you're a woman, and made it a thing of saying he was a man. So I will hope it's a woman, because if it's a man, then that's really confusing.
Right.
But it's a woman because I know who sent the question. She didn't elaborate. That's what she said. She said, help, but I need more information.
Yeah, we need more information than
because
that.
if you're having sex with both of them, then it becomes, what do each of them think you are to them?
Mm-hmm.
If you're just having sex with your girlfriend and the ex is just there living with you, that's a whole different.
Or if all three of y'all is just getting it in.
I mean, hey. I mean, if it works for you.
Right. Steam heat.
If it works for you, I ain't mad at it.
Speaking of steam heat, Jada Pinkett.
August Alsina.
What you think?
First of all, I don't know why people making this a big deal because Will and Jada said they had an open relationship a long time ago. So big deal. Yeah. They said it's not true. So be it. It's not true.
You think people are amazed because he's so young?
People are just amazed because they actually don't care.
Because August Alsina is fine. He's a fine piece of furniture, Joseph.
Hey, positive. Fine, did you come in like a tornado, girl?
Yes. Did you come in like a tornado? No, August Alsina is a fine ass man. You seen him before?
I've seen what he look like. I think that if she did, she did. Big deal.
Yeah.
And well, if she was, I bet you she's not doing it no more because he ran his mouth. Right. So at the end of the day,
why y'all do
my thing is this.
Why y'all do that? Why y'all be running y'all mouth after y'all done got y'all some cookies?
If that's the type of relationship people want to have, let them have it. If that's what people want to do, let them do it. It doesn't matter. Like, people have come to me in Tramel and tell us, oh, we want to be in the middle of y'all. We want to, and we let them know. Thank you, Medina. We let them know. We're not that kind of couple. It don't work that way.
No, it don't work that way.
It don't work that way over here.
I'm not with the
We are very monogamous.
I'm not swirling.
We are very, he's just me and I'm just him. It don't work that way over here. Now, I know plenty of people that it do work that way for them, but it don't work that way for us.
We don't need nobody over here.
And I don't get an attitude or nothing when people
I'm enough for him, he enough for me.
Because I know nowadays a lot of people have open relationships. As long as when we tell you no, you respect that, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with what you do in your bedroom. That's the type. That's your thing. Hey, that's your thing.
Hey, one thing. I'm cool with it.
I ain't judgmental like that.
For all of y'all just coming in, Ashley gave us this for our wedding anniversary. We already had that one. She gave us this one. And I love it because it's silver. And Tramel was fighting me because he wanted me to get another gold one. And I didn't want gold. I wanted silver. And Ashley got it. And she didn't even look at our wish list on Amazon. She just picked. That's what makes it more special for me. Because she didn't look at the wish list. Because when she told me she sent something, I said, did you get it off the wish list?
This is a sign, right?
I know that we need to go back to doing our podcast. And I don't have a problem with that. I really don't.
You just got to find the time to do it.
Right. Because we've been doing YouTube all the time. So we just don't have the time like we did before to do the podcast. Because if you guys haven't listened to our podcast, it is totally different than our YouTube. So it's not like if you watch us on YouTube, you could run over to the podcast and hear the same exact thing. Because every day we were releasing a different podcast that was totally different from, well, at the time we wasn't on YouTube, we was on Facebook. But it was totally different. And we purposely made them different because we didn't want people not to want to listen to both. Right. And the podcast was just, it was fun for both of us because it was just like, it was kind of like the car conversations of us just having a conversation amongst ourselves with each other. So you can go check those out. We are on all major podcast platforms. I know like a lot of you guys listen to us while you're driving. So if you can't watch the YouTubes, you can pull up the podcast and listen to those. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. Most of you subscribe to Spotify, so all you have to do is go in the search, put in the McRae Kingz, and you will find us on Spotify. And actually, you'll find us on most platforms where podcasts are carried. So, with that being said, let's move on. Hey, Leo. Let's move on to the next question. So, because I gotta go here for the next one. Y'all was just blowing us up with questions.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Right here. All right. Both of you are extremely open. You finished? Let him get it together.
gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Both of you are extremely open with your followers. How often is there conflict when deciding what to share with the public and what to keep as private? For example, we've seen y'all's birthdays, anniversary celebrations that would normally be kept personal. I personally feel that I am part of y'all's day-to-day lives like a reality television show. So, how do y'all come up with your topics and has it ever caused conflict?
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, it did.
In the beginning, it did.
Because I'm a very private person, and Jamel just got on lives and just started running his mouth.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
And I was furious.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
The only thing that stopped me was people would then, I never showed my anger on camera, but when we would get off live, it would be on and popping. But then when I started getting people telling me that, asking me questions about dialysis, asking me questions about home dialysis and things that I kept private to myself, I've opened up more because I realized me telling it is helping somebody. And I put myself in a position that somebody exposed themselves to me when I was going through, and they told me things about themselves that they haven't even told people in their family. So I had to sit back and say, if I could help somebody with my story, then fine. Now, me and Tramel really tell y'all what we want you to know. To sit and say we tell y'all our entire lives, that's not true. We do keep some things private. We do keep. I don't know why you let him get on your nerves, because I'm ignoring him. If you ignore him, he'll stop. We do keep some things private. Actually, we keep a lot of things private that we don't put out. But half of it is being transparent with you guys. Because the more transparent we are, the more it is easy for you to listen to us. And it's easier to help somebody. It's easier to help somebody when they've been where you've been, or you've been where they've been, as opposed to somebody trying to help you and they say, but you don't understand. You ain't never been there. You don't know. And yes, I do know, because I went through this. I've been through this. Trust me when I tell you it's going to get better. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but like, it's really without question. Like, if I ask to do something, we have discussions about different topics and stuff like that. So if we have a discussion about it and one of us says no, then it's no. No is no. That's it.
That has happened too.
There's no really, we don't really argue about stuff like that. We just don't, there's just certain things that we will not do. Like, we won't do beef. We don't do that. We don't do beef.
And in the beginning, there was no warning. Jamel would just get on the live and say, oh, and by the way, Joseph's on dialysis. Yes, he goes to dialysis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there like, did he just tell all these people?
Yeah, because I really wanted him to share his story, but I wanted him to share it when he was comfortable sharing it.
Right,
but I would just give him a little push. I used to try to give him. I know it wasn't forced.
No, it was. Once you put it out there, it's like, first of all, I'm not going to argue with him on camera. So that wasn't going to happen. So he had already put it out there. And I'm sitting there like, I don't believe he just said this. And we argued when we got off the. I'm like, why are you telling people my business? If you want to sit there and expose yourself to people, because I was not a vulnerable person like that at the time. But like I said, when he did it, and people started inboxing, it's like, okay, well, maybe I should. Maybe I should expose myself a little bit more.
Somebody needs to take a different approach to it, because.
Well, it's like on in Q's live today, when she was live, somebody said they had just came home from dialysis and they were tired. I didn't type nothing back to the woman, but I know how that felt. Like, I could have typed back something like, I know how you feel, because I am too. But I didn't, because sometimes when people expose things about themselves, they don't want to hear. Because, like, sometimes when people say, oh, I'm on dialysis too, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to say behind that? Oh, good. No, I'm not going to say
Well,
that
see,
because that's not good.
You come with it from a whole totally different perspective, right? Joseph, you're like real intelligent when it comes to explaining.
No. That's why I do it, because a lot of people aren't well versed in it like me.
Yeah.
A lot of people just go there and they go like this and let them stick them and go home, and they don't know what's going on. I was lucky enough that somebody that was on dialysis told me, educate yourself, know what they're doing. Don't just sit there and think they're taking care of you, because 9 times out of 10 they're doing what they want to do and they're using you as a guinea pig, and that's not going to happen. Trammell saw. That's how I ended up on home dialysis, because I felt that the dialysis center was trying to kill me. They wasn't trying to help me. They was trying to kill me. So I was like, you know what? If somebody's going to kill me, I'm going to kill myself. I'll do it myself at home where I am in control. And if something happens, guess who I can only blame? Me. I can only blame me. I can't blame nobody else. So, you know, that's why that happened. So to answer your question, in the beginning,
there was another part to that question.
How often is there conflict when deciding what to share with the public?
Often. No, it's not really no conflict.
And what to keep private. It's not really. Now that we talk about it, he just don't blurt stuff out. Yeah, it's no conflict. Like he said,
some things are without question. I like as far as like what we gonna share. What we gonna keep private. Some things are without question. Like we have the same married business. Is married business. So, there's just an unspoken thing with, like, we ain't gonna put that, no, we ain't putting that out there.
Right.
We both, like, we mutually just don't. We don't.
I think we because we know what we put out, to you it may seem like a lot in most of our life, but it's really not. It's like 1/3 of our life. It's not even half. It's
we do so much more. We go to the doctor. We go grocery shopping. We do
so much more that we really don't put out there. Yeah. That is like, okay. Yeah.
But we have shared some very, very vulnerable things.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We really have. The one thing about us you'll see is respect. We both have respect for one another. We really do wholeheartedly have respect for one another. That's all a part of unconditional love, guys. We have respect and we have trust for one another, that one will always make the other look good in the public eye. And, that's what we do. Jomel said. Jomel about to worry me to death, child. He been quiet all this time, and then now he on camera. He want to cut the food.
He was quiet the whole time before we got on camera. Now all of a sudden, he all over the place. He need to move. He need to chew paper. He need to chew shoes. He need to whatever he need to do. He need to do it right at this moment. Right. And I'm just ignoring him because I love.
He doing stuff to make you want to get up and bust him side the head.
When he's doing his stuff, he eventually sits down and realizes nothing's going to happen. So the next question is, keep up the good job, Kings. I love y'all. I really love you. How are down low men able to front like they like women? I am a straight female and I am in no way attracted to a woman. So how come they can be in a relationship and even have kids with women, but then have a man on the side?
I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question simply because, first of all, I don't like down low men. I just don't like down low men. Number one. Number two is, I don't get it either. I don't get it. I don't get the brother that's trying to hide. Because I couldn't do it. I was tried. My father tried to make me do it. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't be with a girl. That wasn't my thing. And when you down low, you have an attraction for females and you have an attraction for males. That's just bisexual 101.
You guys, because of where I keep the questions, I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring your comments. Because I saw Roxanne's comment when she said, and I've offered people, like, I've made videos about dialysis. I have to redo the one I did where I hooked myself up to the machine at home and show people what it was like and what I have to go through every night. Mm-hmm. But I made another video just explaining what it was and things like that. So I try to help people because there's a lot of people that go to dialysis that don't even know about home dialysis, or they scare you so bad about home dialysis that you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's why I really want you to do it, because it's so many rumors of, oh, you'll get infected and you'll die and
Right.
all that
And
other stuff.
it's so much. So was the reason
It's
why
very
I started
easy. It's
talking
so
about it.
easy. It's so easy now that a person that does it at home is actually able to go back to work and function in life.
Because if most people that went to dialysis centers knew the difference in how you feel, they would all stop going to a dialysis center and do it at home. And there's two ways to do it at home. There's a way you can do it yourself with your blood, or the way I do it, where you just fill yourself up with fluid while you're sleeping, and then by the time you wake up, your whole dialysis treatment is done, and you just go on with your day.
Right. It's so easy, and it's so easy to hook yourself up to the machine.
The way you feel with the home one is like, I was so mad that nobody told me. I would have rather took my chances doing it at home with how they scared me about doing it. Because the doctor told me, he said, I'd rather you do it at home. You're young. And I was like, no, because they were scaring me. The way they made it sound is like my house had to be sterile like a hospital, and any little thing I did, I was going to get.
You couldn't have no dog in the room and all this other stuff.
I can't have no dog in the room. I got to close all the windows. I got to turn off the air. I got to close the vents, because technically I have a hole in my stomach with a tube coming out. So it was too much. It was just too much. And at the time, I wasn't married. So in my mind, I'm like, I'd rather have this. Well, I know y'all can't see it. I'd rather have my arm look like this than to be walking around trying to meet somebody with a tube hanging out my stomach, and I have to explain what the tube is for. So all of that, I was just like, I don't want to do it. But then after I did regular dialysis for like 3 years. And then when I switched centers, and it felt like they wasn't listening. They was like doing trial and error. And I'm like, but no, this is what you need to do. This is what I need. This is what it has to be. Blah, 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 blah. They refuse to do what I'm telling them. And I'm like, okay. So I came home and had a conversation with Jamal. I said, I think I'm going to do it at home. He said, you sure this is what you want to do? I said, at least let me go to a consultation. So he came with me to a consultation, and I said, only thing I really can't do is get in the pool. I don't get in the pool no way. But I can't lie. Ever since I had this thing, we have a jacuzzi that I can't even use in the house. I can't even get in my own jacuzzi bathtub. And I can't get in the pool. And since I had all I wanted to do was get in that tub and put it on and let all the jets beat on me. And I've been dying to get in the pool. Of course, you want to do everything you can't do when you can't do it. But before that, I had no interest in any of that crap. But
he's been wanting to get in the pool forever. Now he want to go to a water. We can't go to a water park.
I can't. If the water hits me, but I got to take all the padding because I can't leave it wet. That's the only thing. Like when this gets wet, I have to change the padding and clean it and what have you. So that would be like the only thing if we went to a water park that I would have to do. I couldn't sit in water and just not. The crazy part is I can get in the ocean. Getting in the ocean is not an issue. I don't swim in the ocean because the ocean is too damn big and can pull my ass in. If the ocean can hold a whale, it sure can hold my fat ass. We won't be doing it. I will get in the ocean up to my ankles and kneecaps. That I will do, but I ain't going all the way out there to swim. That I ain't doing.
I don't even do that far.
And as beautiful as the water is in the Bahamas when I went, that wasn't going to happen. So
no, I'm not doing that.
For me to answer the question with the download men real quick and move on to the next one. I guess because I had a girlfriend, and honest to God, I really wasn't into it. I wasn't. My heart was with men, but I did it because I felt if I did it, I wouldn't be gay. At least I could say I was bisexual. So I get how they could have sex with a woman. I wouldn't do it because it's just I know where my heart is. I know where my heart lies. I did it because I wanted to do it. I didn't want to admit that I was gay until I did it with a woman because I felt in my mind that could possibly change me, and I'd like it. And at least I could say I was bisexual because God knows I couldn't be gay. My daddy's a minister. I can't possibly be gay. I can be bisexual, but I can't be gay. And the whole time I was having sex with her, in my mind, I'm going, oh my God, I'm gay. I am gay as a $2 bill, honey. So, I mean, it can be done. I think they just condition themselves to do it because they so don't want to be gay that they do it, even though they're doing men on the side. They condition themselves to like it.
To live. You have to live in secret.
I told y'all the story. If she didn't lie to me, I probably would have married her, and I probably would have had a kid. I probably would have, I don't know, at some point I probably would have came all the way out. But I know back then I probably would have chose a straight life back then. But when she made me mad, that's when I said, you know what, let me live in my truth and just get rid of this all and just put it all out there and throw caution to the wind and just do it. That's what I did, and I ain't never looked back since. And I was 19 at the time. I'm 49 now. All right. So the next question. What's going on? In a relationship, how important is it to be able to tap into each other's thoughts, even though we're not mind readers? Should your partner be able to know your emotions without you voicing them all the time? Well, I answered that this morning in a live for y'all. I told y'all, no, sometimes people need to know. Sometimes people need to hear it. They need to know. They need to know what you feel. They need to know how you're experiencing something. You just can't assume that because they're your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, you can't assume that they know. I talked about that all morning long.
Well, we know kind of sometimes.
No, sometimes I can look at Jamel and he can look at me and we'll know what each other is thinking. That's a given the longer you with somebody.
Yeah, because there's like this look that I do, right? When he asks me a question and I don't have to say nothing. He knows exactly what I mean.
Like in the beginning?
Mm-hmm. It's like just go like this.
When me and Jamel first started
Is that it?
Dating again before we got married. Yeah, that's it. That blank little that little blank stare. In the beginning, I would get mad because, like, my sister, or anybody that knows me knows I can just give them a look, and they know exactly what I'm
Joseph
thinking.
can give you a look too.
They know exactly what I want to say without me having to say it. Tramel was acting like Slow Sally. I'll be looking at him, and then I have to spell it out. Now, if I give him a look, he know. He picks up on it right away.
I know when it's time to go. Like Jamel, get your shit and let's go. He give me this look. It's like it's y'all. I can't explain it. It's just a look.
All right, I told y'all that this morning. That you can't just.
You know what? Every time you stare at me, I be thinking about that picture of you when you was a kid. You had the same like blank look on your face.
But then it's the same thing. Ever since she seen me as a kid, that's how she pictures me. She can't picture. I think I look just like that little boy in the picture still, just more mature.
You do.
I don't think
it's the eyes though. The eyes.
Like if you see my sister versus that picture of her and me, if you see us together, you would. If you looked at it long enough, you would say, "Yeah, that's Tracy," because I think Tracy looked. When she got older, her whole look changed. For me, I think I look exactly like that little boy. I think I look exactly like that little boy in the picture, just more mature, just with a beard and older. But I still have that same little fat little baby face. But that's just me.
It's cute.
All right. So the next question is, I am really liking you guys' channel. So check this out. My coworker was fired. Company asked for the cell phone back. My company asked for the cell phone back they gave them for the job. The company wants the cell phone back because they no longer work for the company. The person is refusing to return the phone because they need it and they don't want to pay a cell phone bill, and feels they should be able to keep the phone until they no longer need it. What do you guys think? Well, if I was the company, I'd turn it off. Then they couldn't use it. or I'd send them the bill for it, sue them for the bill that they're
That
creating.
sounds like a self-entitled heifer.
Basically. Or they should send them a bill, sue them for the cost of the phone. Because they're not going to sue you for the discounted price. They're going to sue you for the retail value. And most companies are giving away iPhones.
Plus, whatever time you use that they get charged for. Blah, blah,
I would charge them for the bill, and I would charge them for the phone, and there would be nothing that they can do about it because they kept it. The company can prove when they fired them. They can prove how long they had the equipment. I'd sue them for it. I mean, that's the company's fault. They probably don't want to take that route, or like most companies, they're waiting till that bill gets to
attorneys cost money.
No, they're waiting till that bill gets to a certain amount so they could charge them with a federal crime. Because after like $5,000 is federal.
Yeah, it's like petty theft.
Believe me, I got arrested for it. After $5,000, you're going to federal prison.
Wait a minute, you just gonna breeze over that? Breeze over that. Let's go back. Let's go back into the part. What did you say?
I got arrested for it.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Let's see what happens.
What about it?
What happened?
I got arrested.
Oh,
I didn't do it.
What happened?
I had rented some stuff from Renting Center. At the time, I didn't return it. I was like this person. I felt I was going to return it when I felt like returning it. And I didn't pay the bill either. So I had 2 laptops and 2 flat screens, and I was chilling. So then one day I decided, let me take these TVs and these laptops back, not knowing that they had filed a case against me. So I took them back, and when I took them back, they never reported that I returned them.
They never updated.
So they had a warrant out for my arrest for an entire year until I got a letter from Motor Vehicle saying they were gonna take away my registration. So I called Motor Vehicle. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. Why are you revoking my registration? You need to turn yourself in. I said, turn myself in for what? They was like, oh, you have a warrant for your arrest. I said, no, I don't. I ain't do nothing for a warrant. So the man is arguing. I said, sir, I have never been arrested in my life. Unless you tell me what this warrant is for, I'm not going to the police. They're going to have to come after me. So he said, well, apparently it seems like you stole something from Renting Center. So I knew exactly what it was. So I called the Renting Center because me and the dude would always get into it because he was like as big as me. So he would throw his little weight around on the customers because they was like Tremel size. So, battling Billy, I went in there because I was in Maryland. And I said, so you reported me to the police and put out a warrant for my arrest? Because it was him and this lesbian. So the lesbian jumped in my face. I said, first of all, you're not a man, and I will punch you in your face and break your jaw. So you better calm down. That's the first thing you better do. So he's like, you ain't going to be talking. I said, what is your fat ass going to do, fatty? You're not going to do anything. I'm not like the rest of these people. Me and we can see eye to eye, and I'm just as big as you, and I'm not from here. I'm from New York, and I will bust you in your mouth if you say one more thing the wrong way. I don't have to talk to you. Yeah, I thought you'd take that approach and walk your fat ass in the back. So they refused to contact the court. I had to get a lawyer. The lawyer I got was an idiot.
Oh, so there was like, we gonna fix your ass.
Right. Which was fine. Because I went back to the store and told them. Which was fine. I went back to the store when I got arrested. So I got a lawyer. He was like, oh, don't worry about it, blah, 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 blah. I went all weekend, that whole week to work, didn't shave, didn't nothing. I wake up Monday morning. I said, let me get cute and everything for work. So I shaved, I cut my hair. I'm about to walk out the door and I hear boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, who the hell is banging on my door like that? Because I'm going to curse this maintenance man out for banging on my door like that this early in the morning. So boom, 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 boom. I said, yes. So he said, my original name. I said, yeah, that's me. Oh, this is Sergeant so this is Sheriff. I have a warrant for your arrest. You have a what for who? Because now I'm gagging. Because now if I would have just shut the hell up, they wouldn't have known I was home.
So you was throwing shade. You was trying to throw shade.
I'm like, the sheriff, I ain't going to jail. I opened the door. He was like, so are you Joseph so-and-so? I said, yes. He said, well, I have a warrant for your arrest because you didn't show up in court. Shut up. What are you talking about? We have a bench warrant. I said, I didn't have to go to court. I have a lawyer. He was like, well, your lawyer is not doing his job. I was like, okay, can you do me a favor? I said, I just need you to do me 2 favors. And he said, what? I said, 1, I need to call work because I'm not losing my job behind this and tell him I'm not coming to work today. I said, 2, I need to call this lawyer and see what am I paying him for if I'm getting arrested. So he let me do all of that. The lawyer acting just as dumbfounded. But the sheriff is there. What is the sheriff doing at your house? And blah, 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 blah. Child, whatever. So I called my sister, who's in the chat. Mm-hmm. Tracy, I'm getting arrested. Boy, please. I said, Tracy, I am getting arrested. You need to tell mommy and take this information. You know mommy is sick. She ain't got time for this garbage in this game. I said, Tracy, I am in the sheriff's car. I ain't got time to play games with you. Give mommy this information. Mom, Joe claimed he's in the sheriff's car getting arrested. And you and I both know he ain't do nothing to go to jail. And I'm not giving you the phone. This is how Tracy is. I'm not giving you the phone because you too sick to play games with him right now. So my mother took the phone. Because at this point, I think my mother knew that if I'm going this far, that I'm not playing. So she's like, Joe, what happened? I said, Mom, let me tell you. So I'm like, remember what I told you about the rent center thing? She was like, yeah. I said, I'm going to jail. I said, the sheriff came to get me because the lawyer didn't do his thing. She was like, what? So at this point, Tracy realizes I'm telling the truth. She snatches the phone from my mother. Mm-hmm. Really? You tell that cop, they go get a real criminal. You ain't no criminal. Put him on the phone. Let my brother go. And I'm sitting there. He hear her through my cell phone, and he is hysterical because he was black. He is hysterical, cracking up. He said, she sounds just like my sister. I swear my sister would be on the phone saying the same thing. I said, clearly I play with people too much because everybody I called that they thought I was playing the game. Because then when I got on the phone with my mother and gave her all the lawyer information, I'm calling my friends like, when I get out of jail, I need y'all to come pick me up. Joe, you ain't going to jail. Girl, I'm on my way to the police precinct now. They about to book me.
The Popo got me. They
about to book me. I said, and then I got all cute. I don't even look rough no more. I look like a little sweet little piece of meat. So I
was there any men back there when you got back?
No, he was nice. He let me sit in the front of the car. He said, I'm not going to put you in handcuffs so your neighbors don't know nothing. I said, I appreciate it.
Was there any dates back there?
No, child. I was mad because I went in there and, I was cute. I said, well, at least my mugshot going to look cute. Then they had the nerve to put me in the cell by myself. I said, where's everybody else?
Yeah, wait a minute. I would have been like,
where is everybody else?
Child?
Though I'm looking cute. Y'all know I got a
right. I'm looking TNG
so I'm ready to be somebody's little
snack for the night. Yeah.
I'm ready to be somebody's little round-the-way girl and ain't nobody for me to be their little round-the-way girl.
I got my door knocker earrings.
Then the paddy wagon came to get me. They shackled me up like a slave. They put bracelets around my ankles. They wrapped the chain around my waist and had me like this, the chain falling off because I'm like, you ain't even wrap this chain the right way, child. They sat me in the back of the paddy wagon that was like this high, so my head is already rubbing the top. Then they stop and put some white boy in there with me, honey, looking like the son of the Ku Klux Klan. So I'm like, okay, if he tries it, I am going to just take the handcuffs, wrap them around his throat and squeeze and kill him in the back of his paddy wagon.
Oh my God, why?
Why? Because I was feeling very bad because he looked like he was the leader of the KKK. And I was like, oh, we're not going to do this.
Oh, so y'all was probably looking at each other like, what you doing? He probably looking at you like, what you doing?
So he asked me, he said, so what you in here for? I said, grand theft. Because that's what they had me for, grand theft. He said, well, what the hell did you steal? I said, a lot of merchandise. So he's like, because he peeked that I was gay. He said, you was writing checks. I said, no, I just walked in the store and took what I wanted and left. And he said, what's that? I said, 2 laptops and 2 flat screen TVs. He was like,
probably like, you were in jail for a long time.
You don't even care. I said, nope, because they said it was over $5,000. But meanwhile, I had already returned it. But I was just playing Billy Badass with it. Got to the magistrate. They made me take the shoestrings out my sneakers. I'm like, Child, my fat ass can't hang myself. These little shoestrings will pop. First of all, I can't even tie one around my throat.
You won't
Child,
believe
back then I was 330 pounds.
somebody
What the hell was I doing with my little shoestring? One couldn't even tie around my neck on that sneaker. So they wasn't even high tops. It was a regular sneaker.
People can do it.
They took everything. They took my jewelry. They took everything. So I'm like, okay. So I went to the magistrate. She was like, this is what we arrested you for. Do you understand? I said, yeah. She said, sign your name. I said, how am I supposed to do that? She said, figure it out. I said, okay, give me the pen. I said, oh, wait, can I redo this? Because my handwriting is real pretty, and I can't write the way I want to write with these handcuffs on. So after I signed it, the police came. I said, could you please take these Chanels off me, please? Because I'm really sick of these bracelets. So then I'm stuck in a whole nother town. They didn't even take me where they were supposed to take me. So I called my cousin because he's been in and out of the court system.
I would be losing my mind.
I said, come get me. He was like, where you at? I said, I don't know. I just got arrested. He was like, you ain't get arrested. I said, oh my God, here we go again. I said, I'm supposed to be in PG County. I said, but I don't know where I'm at. I said, this don't even look like PG County to me. They had took me all the way to Anne Arundel County jail.
They probably said, we got a big arrest.
They took me to Anne Arundel County court. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get all the way back to Laurel from Anne Arundel? Because I lived in Anne Arundel County. But they were supposed to take me to PG County because that's where it happened at, in PG County. But they took me to the county that they picked me up in. What's that? So, what's that?
I don't know.
So, with all of that, I'm like, so then, back then, there was no such thing as Uber or none of that. So I had to ask somebody because my cousin didn't know the streets I was telling him. So I had to ask somebody. I said, sir, where am I? So he looked at me like I was crazy. I said, sir, I was just picked up and arrested. I have no idea where they brought me. I'm not crazy. I just don't know where they brought me. He was like, oh, you're in Anne Arundel County Court, the courthouse in Anne Arundel County. I was like, Anne Arundel County.
So how long did it take you get?
Took me 45 minutes and $50 in the cab. Because I had to stand there. And as cabs is zooming by, I had to remember the phone number because there was no red light nowhere. So as cabs are zooming by, I was like, oh, 345. Damn it. 345 6792. And then I had to dial it in my phone. Tracy is blowing up my phone. Did you get home yet? Your lawyer said this. Did you? I said, I'm trying to find a cab. But every time you keep calling me, I forget the number. Now stop calling me till I get a cab. So I called the cab. He took me home. It was $50. I was pissed. I was like, and then with the cab, I had the cash. And before I left the house, I took all the cash and left it in the house. And I had like $10 in my wallet. Because I said, are you serious right now? I had $10 in my wallet, and I said that I'm not taking all this money out in the street with me, so let me leave it home. So now I got to convince the cab when I get home to, I'm not going to run, but I have to go get my money. I said, you can come with me or you can trust me. And he was like, oh, man, I said, I promise you, I'm not going to run. I promise you. I said, come with me. I said, nothing's going to happen. But then when he saw that to get to my apartment, you had to go downstairs, he was like, nah, I trust you. I said, all right, I promise you, I'll be right back. So I went downstairs, got the money. He was like, thanks, because I really thought you was going to run. I said, nah, dude, you picked up at the courthouse. I just got arrested for something I didn't do. I'm not trying to go back to jail.
Right,
you brought me all the way home. All you got to do is call a cop. So he was like, so that was my arrest story since you wanted to hear it.
You can't make that up. You can't make it up.
It happened. I wish I was making it up, but it happened.
I would lose. Listen, I ain't never stepped foot in the jail except for that one time when my father took us to see Scared Straight. You know, I was in that movie, Scared Straight, like the very, very first one. Mm-hmm. My father had taken us to the prison in Rahway prison.
Y'all know good and well that they all get because I said the shoestrings will pop. They will pop. Even if I was able to get one.
No joke.
When I tied the other shoestring to that one and I tried to hang myself, the whole thing would have just popped and I would have been back on the floor.
You don't really.
You can probably hang yourself with a shoestring, but at 330 pounds, at 6'3", what them little baby shoestrings? Now I'm not going to say that somebody couldn't have took a shoestring and came from behind me and strangled me to death, because that could happen. But there was nobody in there with me. I was by myself, and where was I going to hang myself?
Yeah, but I mean, there's been men your size that have done it
with shoestring.
With shoestring. Yeah.
Well, they was desperate to die, honey.
I guess you're fortunate that you don't know how to do it.
I wouldn't try to do it.
No, but there have been men and women that have tried it. I'm sure that's why.
I mean, my belt,
they took you
fine. I could see them taking the belt, because the belt I could get around, and the belt probably would hold me if I tried to hang myself. The belt would probably hold a little bit better than the shoestring.
But look at Robin Williams. He committed suicide. He hung himself right there in the chair.
But Robin Williams didn't use the shoestring. I'm not saying
no, he did. He used shoestring.
Well, Robin Williams ain't 330 pounds either.
He used the shoestrings, and he was sitting in a chair. He was sitting in a chair. I mean, no, he was sitting in a chair, and he hung himself like sitting in a chair. I think he had it wrapped around his neck. He had to move forward.
I get it, but to me, it was dumb. Like, for me, first of all, I'm not going to kill myself over something I didn't do. That's one thing. Then, I mean, he was like, and it was so funny because when I tell y'all my experience with a cop was totally different, but maybe because it was a black cop. Maybe if a white cop came and got me, it went a whole different way. He was so cool. Like, he told me, he said, I'm not going to arrest you in front of your building. I'm not going to embarrass you. Just get in front of my car. But when we get like a block away, I got to handcuff you because I can't. I was like, that's fine. So we got a block away. I got out of the car. I had to get handcuffed and get in the back seat. I didn't mind.
So what did it look like he was going for questioning or something?
Like, no. When he...
It's all depending. Let me go like
no, the shade was... when we got in there, because remember, I had a warrant for a whole year and didn't know it. And I'm zooming up and down the New Jersey Turnpike back and forth to see my mother. So at any given point, the way I drive, I could have got pulled over at any given time. They could have took my car. I think back to that when it happened, and I was like, oh my God, I was in so many situations that if I would have got stopped by a cop, I would have really been screwed. Yeah. And they when he got me, he said, it was so shady. He was so nice, but it was so shady. He said, look who I finally got. The man that's been on the run for a year and a half. I was like, well, damn, y'all know me in the jail system? He said, yeah, because every time somebody come and get you, you move. I was like, well, how the hell you find me? Because I just moved to that apartment. Because when I was in Maryland, I would move. I would always find an apartment better than an apartment I had. So it was like, I swear to you, when I lived in Maryland, I loved it. I was there for 12 years. But in 12 years, I promise you, I must have had about 7 different addresses. I don't even remember them all because I would always find an apartment better than the apartment that I had. So I would move when the lease was up. I would move. And everybody was like, bitch, you moving again? I'm like, yeah, because I found a better apartment. I was like, yeah, because I found a better apartment. So, and I like change. Like, I love change. I get tired of things quick.
Yeah, me too.
So I want new all the time. And I was like, it was like, you moved. They was like, every time we come get you, you didn't live there no more. I said, I just moved to the address that I was at. So I'm surprised you found me. Because it was fun.
More questions?
Yes, it is, I believe, one more. Y'all doing a lot of what you call it questions tonight.
What's that?
Open relationships. If you are in a serious committed relationship and your partner talks about wanting to bring someone else in your relationship, do you think your partner may be getting bored?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you getting bored? Yeah.
I don't know. Bored, or is it that they just want to have sex with somebody else?
He might be getting bored. It's a possibility.
I mean, yeah, but I want to bring somebody else in the bed.
No. I will beat you in the top of the head with this phone.
It's been too long years. We need somebody else.
Do I need to do what?
I don't know. That's hard because maybe they all get bored or maybe they just want a variety. They want a variety.
You know. Whoever it is, they know.
Oh, I like this next question.
Okay, go on.
This next question, how soon do you think you should wait before you tell your best friend, that you don't like their man? Red flags are everywhere and they don't see them. So how long do you wait? I don't know. Because I've done it before and then they got mad at me for telling the truth. But I just don't be around the person because I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to pretend. I've had that happen to me before where my friend's boyfriend walked in the room and spoke to everybody but me and signaled me out because he spoke to every single individual and didn't speak to me. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So the next time I walked in the room when he was there, I signaled everybody out. And my friend said, you don't see him sitting here? I said, did your bitch see me the last time he walked in here and spoke to everybody? And he looked. I said, what? Did you check him when he didn't speak to me? Then don't check me when I don't speak to him. Let him learn how to be cordial, and then I'll be cordial. But until then, oh well. Buy a cape and be Superman or build a bridge and get over it, bitch. Because I'm not the one you want to play those games with. And my friend ain't never said nothing else about that ever again.
I don't do stuff. I don't like rules and stuff like that. I don't like rules and regulation.
It's just, if y'all want to send a question in, or just email us. But I think if you don't like your friend, if it's your friend, then you should be able to tell them. And you should be able to tell them in a tactful way, not in a nasty, negative way. You should be able to tell them in a tactful way, listen, girl, I know that's your man, but no, I ain't feeling him like that. So either when you come around, I'm not going to be around when he's around. Whatever you have to do. And with them being your friend, they should respect that. I'm sure your friend is going to say, well, come on now, don't act like that. They're going to try to do whatever. But like I told y'all this morning, if you don't tell people where you stand, they ain't going to know. And if your friend insists upon bringing them around you, then whatever happens, happens.
Right.
But I think you should tell your friend. I mean, how soon is too soon? I mean, if you just meet somebody and you really don't know them, I wouldn't go off on a tangent. I don't like him. Right. Why don't you like? I don't like the way he looked at me, because you got people that do that. But I mean, after you get to know them, then if you don't like them, I would tell my friend, you know what? I'm not feeling this person. I know you like them and love them, but I'm not feeling them. Go about your business. Go ahead, just talk and don't pay him around.
There's been I lost my chain of thought.
About your friend and telling him you don't like their man.
Yeah. There's been scenarios like that, and it always turns out, from what I see, from my perspective, the best friend is usually is faking like they don't like the person's boyfriend, because they usually end up sleeping with them or cheating. You know what I'm saying? Jomel, chill out. Cut it out. Yeah. A hot mess.
That happened to me. My friend invited me to sleep over, and when she went out to take care of some business, he came home from work and he told me to fry some chicken, and I was like, I'm not PP. I'm not here to cook. You see, that's what I'm talking about. It's just certain things that happen, and you be sitting there like, really?
Or sometimes you just know something. Like I knew something one time and I didn't say nothing to the person because I felt that they should see it or they should know. And I said something at the wrong time and they got really mad at me. And I felt bad as a friend because I probably should have said something when I started noticing things. It wasn't that they wanted me or nothing like that, but I just noticed some things in pictures that they were taking and things like that that I should have said when they were together. But because I knew my friend was head over heels for this person, I never wanted to hurt them or say something negative about it. But then when I did, I guess I did it at the wrong time because I did it when they broke up. So because I did it when they broke up, it was like I was being mean and malicious, and I really wasn't. I apologize because it wasn't meant in that nature, and it wasn't meant for that. But it was like, well, this is what I saw, and I thought you saw it, or you knew, or you know, whatever. So it was hard because when it's your friend and you know they really really like somebody, and you just see signs and warning signs and not even necessarily that they're treating them bad, but just things that you know just ain't right. That you want to tell your friend, girl, pay attention to this. Pay attention to how he's doing this. Or it's hard because you know your friend really likes this person, is in love with this person. So at the same time, as a friend, you want to say something, but then again, as a friend that cares about them, you don't want to destroy their happiness.
Right. And you don't want to get caught up in the middle.
Right. But honestly, it was nothing that I could really get caught up in the middle of. It was just that
that's your friend is gonna find a way to put you in the middle of it.
Well, no.
Usually with them situations.
No, there was really no way to put me in the middle of it. It was just I guess I took it from the standpoint of my friend is gonna be really hurt. If you really don't notice what I'm seeing, you're gonna be really hurt. And the last thing I want to do is hurt you. But you know me, I say what I want. And I said it at a time when they was broke up. And I said, well, one day I'm going to tell you something. And you know, you shouldn't have said that because now it's, well, what was you going to say? And I'm like, no, I'm not telling you now. I'm going to wait till you better. And no, tell me now. Tell me now. So I did. And when I did, like, it just, I should have never said it. I should have never even said one day I'm gonna tell you something. I just should have waited till one day when I felt it was been okay to say what I wanted to say. Yeah. But it was, I guess, because like I told y'all, you get 3 days, and I guess them 3 days was gone, and I wanted to. I guess the part of me that wanted to like give shock value to stop you from feeling the way you feel. Because in my mind, you didn't need to feel that way, even though I know you are heartbroken. I felt bad. I apologized. I did because I felt bad. But I still had already said and did what I did to let them know why I said that I knew that the person really wasn't into it. It was. I should have said something when it happened, and it taught me a lesson. And you know, I normally don't try to spare people's feelings, but again, like I tell y'all, I don't try to purposely hurt people. But it taught me a lesson. Just tell a person, and the only thing you can either do is accept it or be mad at me. But in the end, you can only respect me for telling you the truth, as opposed to me waiting and then telling you after the fact.
People get themselves into some stuff.
He was a house husband, by the way, so he was supposed to be cooking. Right. If you a house husband, I'm not doing nothing. You do it all. So, you know, it's just. That was the last question. You just talk about the red flags and maybe not. Right, Roxanne. Just talk about that. But see, my red flag was like, my red flag told the entire story. So even if I said my red flag, it was like, and that was the problem. Because if I said my red flag and you went back and reevaluated the things that I was telling you and you looked at it, you would have saw exactly what because after I said it and they went back and they was like, oh my God, you're absolutely, really? Really? That's why you shouldn't do what you do. After they went back and saw, they saw everything that I was saying to be true. So it was like, it's a hot mess. They saw everything I said to be true. So it was like, okay, whatever. So my red flags was basically telling, like, there was no way around the red flags without it being known. It was just what it was. Oh, I have to send a question. And yes, blogs, you all need to send us questions for Q&A. This week, we got a lot of questions. I was surprised at some of the people that sent questions. Thank y'all. They were good questions. They were really good questions.
Sorry, I couldn't answer none of them, really.
Especially the question about how do we decide what to talk about.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's the only one I could answer. But like open relationships and stuff like that, I don't play those games.
I mean, hey, to each his own. If you can handle it, if you can handle an open relationship,
You gotta put yourself in a whole big old deeper mind space. You gotta be open minded.
I tried.
And what happened?
So
how long did it take for you to snap?
Okay, so I don't know if y'all know about the little letter.
Make this a short story.
I don't know. Well, because you went forward this week. So I call myself, quote unquote, before I met Emil, joining the leather community. So he sees all my little leather that I have in the closet, you know, the harnesses and the leather pants and the chains and all of that. So I met somebody and it was like, well, you can be, you know, this is my role that I play in the leather community and this is the role I want you to play for me. I don't know why I decided I wanted to be quote unquote passive. Now, anybody of y'all that know me know Joseph ain't got a passive bone in his body.
Right. I want to hear this story.
So, little by little, me and this person is spending time. Right. And they keep leading me on, making me think. Let them tell it they didn't do it, but they did. Leading me on to move with them and be with them and make little comments about being with them. And, you know, I'm open because I was open to it. God only knows why, but I was.
What was you like, stay?
I would have kind of been that, but not totally that.
But you was the submissive one.
I would have been the quote unquote submissive one. But I'm too aggressive to be submissive, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm rolling with this. Now, in the meanwhile, they ain't know nothing going on. It's just conversation, dinner, going to their house, chilling with them. That's it. Nothing. But the more I'm around them and the more stuff they spew in my head, the more in my mind, you my man. Oh, yeah, we could do this. We could get together. We could do this. You'll be number one. And number one controls everybody else. And I'm sitting there going for it. Yeah.
Skill me. Mm-hmm. What you mean, number one?
I would have been like 1 of 9.
Oh,
or 1 of 6, or 1 of 7. So
people like
I would have been 1 of whatever, however many that came after me. But see, I would be the head one. So I would be able to say if the next person could come or go. If I didn't like them, and if I said they couldn't be there, then they had to go. If I liked them and I wanted to be with them too, they would have to listen to me and him. Because I was the head. Mm-hmm. I was the head. And now the sad part is, the real sad part, all of them looked just like me. It was all light skinned. It was all big. And I ain't gonna lie, it was all cute. And because I saw some of them.
They had
So
little chicken legs like you.
one day, well, they wasn't a shape like me, but they were big dudes. You would have lost your mind because every last one of them was somebody you would have dated. So I'm like, okay, this is not working for me, but okay. Even when we went out, laid up all over me, people thinking we together as a couple, and but other people are whispering in my ear, child, that's a mess right there. Don't get caught up in it because they knew that that really wasn't who I was. Well, one day I didn't go out, and they was on a live, and I'm seeing who they talking to on the live. Now, mind you, the person they was talking to on the live was trying to kiss me a few months back, when it was my birthday, and I was in there, and they were trying to kiss on me and go home with me, and I was like, no, because they told me they had a wife and two daughters, and they was divorcing their wife. When the littlest daughter became 20, that way there won't be no legal litigation that he had to go through with his wife, all this stuff, right? So he's talking to the person. I'm watching the live at home. Child, when they started kissing on that live, I jumped up and put on my clothes and jumped in my car because I was going to beat the living hell out of that boy.
Oh, it was.
So I had to stay calm. I had to literally calm myself down. I said, don't do that because you can get there, and by the time you get to Manhattan from Jersey, they'll probably be gone, and you just wasted gas and your time doing what you do. So don't even worry about it. So I was like, I was furious. I was on a live, and I was going in. So I'm sending text. So the person is reading my text messages, right? And they replying that they could see my text messages. And I said, oh, see, you just don't know what you're doing. So the next time when me and this person ended up at the bar, and the person that was kissing walked in, I went outside to smoke a cigarette because my blood started boiling. So they came outside to smoke a cigarette too. And they said, hello, how are you? Baby. When I tell you I unleashed, see, y'all think Tramel is the one. It's me that you need to watch out for. I grabbed him by his throat and said, say what you said to me on the live, because I was the one on the live.
What did he
Say it in my face. Because when I was like, leave him alone, don't mess with him, blah, 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 blah. You can't stop me. And I'm going home with him. And I'm taking him to my car. And I can't say all of that on the live, but I'm doing this and I'm doing that to him. And you can't stop me. I grabbed him right by his throat and threw him up against the other bar window. It said, say it to me now.
The shade of it all.
Say it to me now. Say it. I dare you to say it to me. Say it to me now. Say it to me, because I'll call your house and tell your wife. Because you dummy, you gave me your phone number. I'll call your wife and tell her what you're doing on the weekends every Saturday night when you come out, where you're at and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. So try me now. You know, it doesn't require all of this. Oh, no, but see, you was an internet gangster 5 minutes ago. Last week, when you was on his live, you was an internet gangster. But see, I'm gangster whether I'm on the phone or in your face. So what we going to do? I told you when I saw you, you better keep up that same energy. And I'm here in your face, and I don't see you keeping the energy. So then the one came out too and saw me confronting them and was like, what are you doing? I said, because he had all this mouth on your live, but now why he running around the corner? Why he running around the corner? Where's all the mouth he had? So that's why I know I can't do an open relationship. I tell you all that to say, that's why I know.
Did you hear that?
What the hell is that? That's what he's doing. He's pushing that.
Oh, I was going to say.
That I told you all that to say, that's why I know I can't have an open relationship, because I would jump in the person's face. I would. I'm not built like that. I can't share what I love. I cannot share what I love.
Somebody would die.
Hey, Mad Church Disease. I cannot share what I love, and I don't know how people do it.
Would die.
I don't knock people who do it. I actually have the utmost respect for them because I don't know how people do it. I personally can't do it. And when I try to do it, you see what happened. I did. I grabbed him right by the throat. I said, remember, you want to be an internet gangster? Well, I'm internet and
so how long did this open thing happen?
It really didn't. See, this is why I be trying to make you understand. It really didn't happen because nothing happened per se. Because I couldn't get
I
past.
can't believe it.
Child, you'd be surprised. Your daughter said, well, they definitely have a type, and I don't know how they keep getting all y'all cute people. That monkey, I don't know how that monkey keep getting all that.
Right.
They definitely have a type, and I am it. But it's like, it's just not something that I could do. And there was never any kind of anything. It was just a bunch of open promises, and it's more of a brain. It was more of almost a brainwashing thing because I was believing the lies they were telling me, and I was falling for it because I was in a vulnerable state at that time, and I didn't realize that I was still going through something that I thought I was over, and it put me in a whole different state of mind. That's why when I tell y'all I told people I was getting married, they thought I was talking about him. But I wasn't. I even had to sit and ask myself, are you crazy? Yeah, everything that you said you would never date in a person, and like, why are you losing your mind over somebody who's not worth your time? And I had to check myself with the threes I gave y'all today. Because they said I was crazy. They blocked me on every outlet, on social media, the phone. It was so bad when I got blocked because I was going to say what I had to say. I went and downloaded the app and paid $1.99 to get a different phone number to call them to curse them out. I did. Because y'all think it's Tramel. But I'm telling y'all, it's me. It's not him. It's me. I'm the cuckoo la la one. He know he got bipolar disease. He know he crazy. Me, I just admit I'm crazy and keep
I'm
moving.
just a little bit more calmer with it. That's it. I'm more calmer with it. I'm the one that's gonna be sitting right outside your door. When you open your door, you be like, damn, he really came here.
No, it's like I told y'all. Tramel is the one to curse you out and yell and scream.
Like a sail on
and ready to snatch you up.
Yank your ass.
I'm the one that's gonna flip the table.
Yeah.
They're gonna call the police because I'm gonna throw everything around, and I'm gonna throw stuff at you, and I'm gonna look like a crazy man losing my mind. Even when I have had fights in clubs, my friends laugh. Thank you, Mad Church Disease. My friends have laughed at me because they say every time I have a fight in the club, they go, "How come the bouncers never grab you and throw you out of the club?" Because soon as they come near me, I'm big as the bouncers. When they come near me, I said, "Don't put your hands on me. Just show me which way you want me to go. Because if you touch me, I'm gonna punch you next." And they'll be like, "Go that way." I'm like, "Okay."
I ain't never got thrown out of a bar or nothing like that. I never even had a fight in a bar.
I got thrown out of 1, 2, 3 balls.
Are you banned? Like you can't go back?
2 of the places I was able to go back. The third place, I didn't even try to go back yet. So I know one of my friends that was there spoke up for me and said he's a very nice person, and if he was fighting, believe me, it was for a reason, because I actually was fighting the person that I liked because he was drunk, and I think he was high on something, and I didn't know it. And when I was getting ready to leave, he told me to take my little P. He told me to take my little PF out and go home. So I did a 3-way, a 360. Said, "What did you say to me?"
Right.
So I said, so I walked back and I was like, I put my hand in his face and I said, "What I would advise you to do is shut up. Shut up right now, because I'm telling you, anything else you say after that, you're going to get busted in the mouth." But he kept. My initial reaction was to reach behind the bar and grab a bottle and bust him in his head with it. That was my initial reaction. But because I didn't think I could move quick enough to get the bottle, to reach over like this and pull it out, I just punched him in the face. And of course, it went from there. We started fighting. I shifted a rib or two because he was skinny like Tramel. So I shifted a rib or two to the point where he had to go to the hospital because he kept saying he was in pain. I took him to the hospital. At least I was nice enough to take him to the hospital. But I just can't, like, That's why I tell y'all I try to control my anger. Because I'm just not the one to, and I'm not like, I just, and I've never been this way. Like when I was younger, I really wasn't this way. And my mother said to me, oh, like before she died, well, it was well before she died, but she said to me, she said, I don't know what happened to you. I said, what are you talking about? She said, ever since you came out of the closet, you are just so mean. And you used to be so nice and sweet, and now you're mean. I said, Ma, gay men will do that to you because they lie so much and they always trying to get over on you, and you doing nothing but trying to be their friend, and they always want to pull a skin. I said, so to counteract them, I punch them in the face, and I don't have time for it. You know how many friends got me in the beginning when I first came out? Because I know they got you too, with their little sob stories and what have you, and you fall for it, and it's
I'm
like,
gonna pay you back, and
right.
I'll never pay you back.
And then, wait a minute. Can you wake up for a second and look for Reese's question? What is your definition of a down low man versus a bisexual man? I thought there was a big difference. Oh, there is a big difference.
Yeah, there is a big difference.
A bisexual man,
it's just that.
He's open with it. He's bisexual. He's open with it. He don't have a problem with telling people
a
bisexual.
Down low man is in
down
denial.
low man is in denial and hiding the fact that he's sleeping with men. Like, you're only going to see him with women. You're only going to know that he's with a woman.
But most
you
down low men are actually. Do you think most down low black men are?
Child, most down low black men, most down
low
men,
just like straight up gay.
Are bottoms to begin with. I mean, it's just sometimes it just kills me because I be looking at stuff. I look at some of these women and go, girl, his eyebrows are plucked better than yours, and you can't tell that man is just as gay as a $2 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I have to sit back and, like, my mother and my sister's in the comments, she can tell you. Tracy went off on this boy one day. We went in the store because my mother would notice it too. And I said, don't y'all notice that when I'm with you, more men try to pick me up than if I'm by myself? And my mother said, I see a lot of men looking at I said, because they think that you're my woman. Because my mother looked young. She didn't look like my mother. I was like, people think you my woman, and as long as I look like you look like my woman, I'm safe because we both trying to hide our sexuality. So they go and they try to pick me up. It happened with my sister one day. We was walking out of the store, and I said, you have a good day. Stop. And my sister said, thank you. He said, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him. She went in. She was like, I got this big old engagement ring on my finger, and you going to talk to my man like that? I know you ain't talking to my man like that. And she called him all kinds of choice words. And I said, really? She said, no, it's just a blatant disrespect. He don't know you, my brother. It ain't like we look alike like that. He don't know you, my brother. And I was like, I said, well, you're right. I don't blame you because of Jomel. I swear to God, go. Go. Now, go. She was like, he don't know you, my brother. And I was like, well, true. You have every right to be upset. My mother would purposely walk through the mall holding like my arm because she always liked to walk and hold my arm. Man would just stop. Hey, how you doing? And she was like, I don't believe this. I said, I told y'all, my female friends, we do it. I said, watch how many men try to pick me up. I said, because they're going to know that I'm gay, but they're going to think I'm with you, so they're going to think that it's safe. And watch they have a wife. I was like, but why do they do? I said, because then y'all can become friends, and then me and him could go scoot off to the side, and both of y'all could become friends and go, when y'all go shopping or whatever, y'all could do that, and we could be doing what we need to do while y'all gone. And my friends, they be in a state of shock, because it always happens. It always happens. Always. You see, Tracy said she remembered that in the comments. She went in. When I tell you she went in, she went in. She went in so bad she had to apologize to me for some of the things she said to him. I said, it's fine because I get it. He don't know that I'm your brother. That was just blatant disrespect. Like, if I was your man, he didn't care. He was just going, I ain't talking to you, I'm talking to him. She went in. When I tell you she went in, I think, was she pregnant? It might have been when she was pregnant, because if she's pregnant, she was already married. But I think it might have been when she was pregnant and then the hormones kicked in.
Mm.
But if not, then she was just mad. Because I know when she was pregnant, I used to love it. Because Tracy used to go in on people. But I tell you, she used to go in. She used to just go in on people, and I would love it. Then, you know her unicorns and rainbows. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. She did it to this girl.
It was the pregnancy.
She did it to somebody in your favorite store in Hudson Mall.
Oh, God.
The boy was following her around the store.
Echo in there.
No, it was funny because it's not Tracy. You know it's not Tracy. The boy was following her around the store. Oh, I used to love when she was pregnant because she would let everybody have it. And the boy following her around the store. And, I'm all the way in the back of the store. And all I hear from, you know, like when you first walk in, I'm in the back where the cash register is at. You know, all I hear, damn, get up off my back. Can I breathe? And I was like, that sounded like Tracy. So he said, well, I'm sorry. She said, don't be sorry. Get up off my back. You all up here. Get up off my back. I was like, yes. I love when Tracy said that. I was loving it. I was like, see, because like Tremel, I tell him stories about my sister, not Tracy. Now, I say, Tremel, you feel and realize Tracy grew up in the same project I grew up in. And if you think that she ain't a product of her environment, but piss her off and she can become that same little hood rat chick that will pick up a bottle, break it, and stick you in 5 seconds flat. Because I watched her chase somebody around the park with a bottle one day. Sure did. She told that girl, I will cut you. Boom! And started chasing her around the park.
That's how you do
I
it.
said, oh, okay. I don't have to really protect my sister like that. She could protect herself. When she hit me in the face with a baseball bat, I knew she could protect herself. Yes, I'm telling her.
Whole baseball bat.
Ask her. I was messing with her. She told me leave her alone. We was running around the house. She disappeared, and I didn't pay attention. As I walked through the door, boom, she just popped me in the face with the bat. And all I did was hit the floor. My eyes swelled up this big, and I'm screaming for my grandmother at the top of my lungs. And my grandma was like, oh, Jesus, what happened? Don't tell her. She hit me with the bat. And she's standing there. She's standing there just as bold. I told you to leave me alone, but you ain't want to leave me alone.
Child, my sister would have been on her way to the pearly gates. She'd have hit me with a baseball bat.
Right. Right, Leslie, you know, I wasn't always into spinning, slapping, and fucking them up. But, you know, you have to get into that because, you know, if you don't, they just do a whole lot of things that spun, slapped, and you know what up. Actually, did y'all see the mug that said that? We got a coffee mug, and on the back of the mug, that's what it says, and I love it because that just means let me get my coffee, or you get spun, slapped, and you know what up. Oh, you see her, and she proud of it. She said, "I sure did," because she proud of it. You see, she got y'all. You fooled. No, she don't. You. Oh, Tracy's.
I want her to go bipolar on me one time.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I would love to see that. I would love to videotape the whole night.
No, you don't. Tracy going bipolar on you is like watching yourself. I promise you.
Yes, I would love.
It's like watching yourself.
I see. I love to see. I sit there with some popcorn and everything.
No, it's like watching yourself. I promise you.
Like watching me.
Yes, it's like watching you when she jump in your face and tell you she gonna F you up, and she don't care, and she should go get a knife and stab you with it, and she should do this and she should do that, but God is not gonna allow her to hurt you.
Oh my Lord, have mercy, my God.
Yes,
I plead the blood. You was pleading the blood, Tracy. She was pleading the blood.
Now, if you really want to see something, which it won't ever happen again. If you really want to see something, you need to see me and her get into it.
Oh no, I don't want to see that. I heard about that.
I
heard about that.
Is a pay-per-view, honey. Mike Tyson versus Mike Tyson. That's what that is. Mike Tyson versus Mike Tyson.
Yes, well, I don't. No. But
Well, y'all, we don't have any more questions.
It's hot.
It's hot in here. And I'm going to my bedroom and lay down in my air conditioner.
I'm going with them because it's like the air conditioner. I can use that.
And what? I'm not really hungry.
I am.
What are we gonna eat? You know what was that fruit thing we brought yesterday?
Was that good? I was thinking about having some.
Oh my God, that honeydew was like it was dipped in sugar, and when I put that whipped cream on all that fruit, baby.
Yeah.
You know what? I might have some more fruit because that was good. That was good. Now I really don't do cantaloupe and honeydew melon, but that cantaloupe and honeydew melon was real good. And with that whipped cream, because when he brought the whipped cream in, you should have saw the little white lady child. He picked up like the little spray whipped cream. So I looked up and said, "What's that for? Where could I spray that?" He's like, "You so nasty." The white lady was like, She was shocked. I didn't give. Screw up. Nobody told me to listen to my conversation because we wasn't laughing.
Wow.
So, y'all.
Yeah, that's it for us for tonight.
That's it for Coffee with the King. Coffee with the King. I'm so used to doing Coffee with the Kings. Q&A with the Kings tonight. And tomorrow we will be back with Coffee with the Kings. Again, thank you for the mic. And like I said, as we get stuff, because there's like 2 more things I know for a fact that are coming between Friday and Monday. We'll open those and show you those as well. And thank you all. Thank everybody that gave us a super chat tonight. We appreciate it. Thank all of you for dropping in. Thank you in Q's World. Let me see a transcript. Mad Church Disease. MJ&J Family Mukbang. Who else is in here? Blogs and Fiction. My new friend Lemon Pepper. She's always been so nice to me. When I was on InQ's Live. And Winston and Leo. And Surprise Around the Corner. And Trisha. And of course, Risika, Past Life Explorer. I'm not naming all of y'all again. Roxanne. Shout out to Daryl Moore and his whole crew. Because all y'all in here supporting me and Jamel, and we appreciate you. Yeah, we really do. Who else? Everybody, basically. I'm trying to call out all the content creators. If you don't have these content creators, definitely subscribe to them. MJ&J Family Mukbang, Blogs and Fiction. InQ's World, Surprise Around the Corner. Yes. Subscribe to those channels. You will definitely get something from them. And Blogs and Fiction, I'm looking forward to Saturday, even though I don't think I'm going to have big numbers like I did last Saturday, but I'm going to have something. I've been good, but I just haven't been as good this week. I haven't. I slipped a little bit this week, but that's... Huh?
Was you bad?
When we went to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
So, I haven't got on scale yet. I'm not getting on scale till Saturday. Because I don't want to know the damage until Saturday. And then when you do your celebration, I'll be there.
You know what the scale said when I got home?
What?
Said I weigh about 2 grams.
It's kilograms. And it ain't 2. If it's 2, you dead.
Well, I must be dead. That's what it said, 2.
It couldn't have said 2. It had to say 22. It couldn't have said 2.
No, it said 02.
Tremel, 02 is like 10 pounds.
That's what it said.
Well, you need to do it again with me watching you. Because did you pull it away from the wall?
Yes. It said 2.
Again,
02.
It's impossible. You'll be dead. You'll be 10 pounds.
That's what I was like, damn.
Hey, Donna.
2
Thank you for coming.
I wanted to ask you what it meant, but I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, oh, child. If I tell you this, I probably like, that's like a cup of water.
Basically, Jomel more than 2 pounds because he sat on it and it came on. 2 pounds, 2 kilograms. Child, you'd be dead.
Oh,
because you know my scale has to be in kilograms because that's how I have to weigh for dialysis. So all I do,
I don't know how to read all that.
No, I convert it. There's an app, and I just convert it because math was not my subject. I ain't even gonna sit here and pretend to lie. Math was not my subject. I passed it by the literal skin of my teeth. And so I just use the app and convert kilograms to pounds, and that's how I know what I weigh, what I really weigh outside. I mean, I would love to take the kilograms because they nice and low. Because then when I convert it to pounds, I'm like, damn. But again, thank all of you for coming. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, turn that gray button red. I think it goes from gray to red. Make sure you hit the alert button so you know when we go live. We normally go live every morning of the 7 days a week at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then on Thursdays, again at 8 p.m. for Q&A with the Kings Eastern Standard Time. The description. Did you? Quiet. Of course, because we're getting off. He's playing that sleep. Did you do shirts?
I did the mug and I did a pillow.
For Jomel?
Jomel, yes.
So Jomel has another pillow and Jomel has a mug now. For those of you that asked for a mug and another, well, he has a mug and another pillow. So Jomel is going to make the Like a Tornado Girl into the room like a tornado girl and a Jomel shirt because they want a Jomel shirt too. So there's now 2 Jomel pillows, a Jomel mug, and then all the rest of the merchandise is there. That link is also in the description box. The P.O. box is in the description box. If anybody wants us to sponsor products and stuff, hit us up. The email is in the description box, TheMcRaeKingzCorner@gmail.com. And if you want us to like play a commercial or whatever for you, just let us know, email us, make your own commercial, and let us know. And we'll get you all the paperwork you need to sign and everything that you need to do so that we can play it during our live videos. And on that note, make sure you subscribe to MJ&J Family Mukbangs and look out for our panel with MJ&J Family Mukbangs, me and Tramel, and Blogs and Fiction coming to you on July 24th. We haven't decided on the time yet. Once we decide on the time, we will definitely tell y'all what time it'll be on the 24th of July. And on that note, again, thank all of you for supporting me and Tramel. We really appreciate you. Everybody old, everybody new, thank you. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like on your way out. If you haven't liked it, hit the thumbs up. And you know how we always end it. Walk in peace,
love, and sunshine, and all those great things. And remember, it's Team McRae.
Oh, damn day.
Talk to you soon.
Later, y'all.
What?
Oh, I can't.
I can't with you.
No, I can't with you.
No, I can't with you.
No, I can't with you.
You be trying. You be trying to try.
No, you be trying it on your own.
Trying to give the girls motherfucking Chris Kringle.
No, you be trying.